your mind.
You know, this is a great question, and I think it's one of the hardest parts about being supportive to friends and family who may be going through mental health issues is, you know, when you break your leg, everybody knows how to help you. They can bring you food that help you get around, but when someone is going through a mental crisis, or even if it's just low-level angst or whatever issues they're dealing with, it's hard to know what to do. And I think that being there for them and being patient and being open and holding space for them to be however they're going to be is really important. And it's something that I've had to get better at in the past, because I don't always know what to do to help my friends. And just listening, being supportive, and not giving up if this person doesn't want you around, and just continuing to try and make them feel like you want to be around them, and getting them out of the house. And I may be getting too specific here, but I think being there and being open-minded and being okay being uncomfortable if you don't know what to say or do, but just being there for the person.
¿Cómo apoyo a alguien mentalmente? Es fácil, nada más escuchando a la persona, ayudando a la persona que se necesita algo, teniendo los recursos que uno necesita, pero lo más importante es estar ahí por una persona y escuchar.
Be a good listener and not offer your opinion, just listen.
You know, I think the obvious thing is just being there and listening and being empathetic and not being judgmental, and staying positive, because you don't really know what someone's going through unless you're in their shoes. And so you think you might know the answer, you think you might know what's going on, but I often find when I just shut up and listen, excuse me, you often learn a lot more than you ever realized.
Not everyone's just like you, and so having a good understanding and empathy is really important, I think. And just letting the people know in my life that I'm there for them, and ready to support and do whatever it takes to help them.
Escuchar y como bibliotecaria dar recursos que yo puedo encontrar para personas que necesitan esa ayuda.
There's a few things I count through counseling. I'm a counselor. I'm also a certified senior chaplain, and so we've walked with people through some of their tough days, and sometimes just being there with them so they could express where their heart is in that. And for some people it's just sharing where they are and what that means. And maybe to some people it may not feel like a big deal, but to that person it is. And so I love being there and allowing people to be able to share. And from that point, it could take many different trails, but just being there, sharing with them through counsel, or sometimes just through listening.
I like to think that I'm a good listener and check in on people, and I'm kind of intuitive about when something has changed for people in their lives. So I guess just asking questions, being there for people, giving the time for them to express themselves.
I try and support it through the work that I do and the kids that I coach, just trying to give them healthy, positive avenues and alternatives to live a healthy, positive, and happy life.
I think to share a laugh with them, ask them if they're doing okay. A lot of times just a question of how things are going can be can really break through the ice or break through and get people thinking about how are they doing. But I think sharing a laugh and enjoying each other's company is probably the number one thing.
Checking in, and sometimes it's important to ask, do you want to talk? Sometimes it's important to just grab someone by the hand and say, come on, let's go grab a cup of coffee. And I just try to be as available as possible, because I know they do their fair share of being available for me.